Today we're talking about carrying one another's burden. Carrying one another's burden. You carry the burden of others. Carrying one another's burden. And this whole thing is about emotional support. Emotional support. Emotional support is a big thing, right? Many of you don't understand why this has become the biggest thing in the world today. Emotional support. There are many people who are on social media, they are seeking affirmation, they are seeking somebody's praise, they are looking for emotional support. Because nobody has ever told them that they are beautiful, nobody has ever told them they are loved, nobody has told them they can make it, nobody has really offered words to encourage them. So when they bring themselves to social media, they post their pictures, they put their videos there, they are trying unconsciously to impress upon people that they are doing well. So what they feed on is the comments people put under their posts. When people put comment like, oh, great, you look beautiful, you're doing well, they get excited. When you ask them, why are you posting yourself? Why are you doing this and that and that? Why do you want your private life to be out there? They will tell you, it's nothing. Oh, it's not anything. It's because I just want to put my picture. No, it's not nothing. There's a serious internal hunger. There's a soulish demand that they themselves have not even realized. And that is what is craving for public affirmation and public praise. So we all put it there. You may look so torn apart, but you dress, put up a makeup, and just put a picture out there to tell people that who you want them to see is different from what you're going through right now. The biggest job today is people who meet people emotionally, meet their needs. Shrinks are getting money. Psychologists, they are getting a lot of money. Counselors are getting a lot of money. Why? Because people need to do one-to-one talk with somebody to be able to make a living, to even be able to move on. There are so many people who are on antidepressants. So many people who hold panic buttons. They walk around in town with what we call panic button. When they are in crisis, they just press that so that somebody will attend to them. Just like the ones we have at hospitals and secured environment. You know, when armed robbers enters a place where they sell gold, or in a bank, the bank is supposed to have a wire system with a panic button. You press it under your table, and it immediately calls the police to come and rescue you. There are people whose life need panic buttons because emotionally people are wrecked. People are not who you think they are. People are torn apart. The people we meet, everybody has some crisis. Nobody can be exempted. Everybody you meet has some emotional hurt. Everybody you meet has something going on, and some of them date back to even the point of pregnancy when they were in their mother's womb. And they carry that pain and that hurt. If you've attended any of our encounters, you know that we go back into those things and we help people to pray to come out of that. There are some people, you are so bitter and angry because you feel your parents didn't love you enough. And on the facial level, it looks as if you're okay. But that thing is planted deep within you, and it surfaces when somebody touches the right button. So we all have hurt, we have pain, we have issues. The main thing we're dealing with is multiplying your life's impact. And if we're going to multiply the impact of our lives, we should be able to reach people where they ought to be reached. And this is an area that you can touch people's life to be able to impact their lives, bring them to Jesus, and transform their lives. God wants to solve the problems that people have, and He's going to use us to be able to do that. So we are vessels, we are avenues that God will be able to do this when we begin to offer emotional support. So what is the big idea? In every session, I talk about the big idea. So what is the big idea here? The big idea here is everyone you ever meet is carrying a hidden hurt. Please don't underestimate that. Please don't write anybody off this. Anybody you meet, it doesn't matter where they are coming from. It doesn't matter who they are in society. It doesn't matter how rich or poor they are. It doesn't matter the color of their skin. Every human being has an emotional hurt. We are all hurt. We all carry pain. We all have scars. We all have something that is somewhere hidden within this system that calls for attention at the right time, that need to be ministered to at the right time. That is the big idea you have to carry. As you walk around, see people and see that they are in trouble. Some of us, when we deal with people, we think we are dealing with angels. When we deal with people, we think these people should not give me problem. These people should be perfect. These people should be, they've educated themselves, they should be perfect. They are this and that and that. It doesn't matter how educated you are. Everybody you deal with has a baggage. It's as simple as that. I have mine, you have yours. We all have baggages we carry around. We all have hurt. Unfortunately, this ministry of emotional support in the church seems to be the most undervalued love we demonstrate. It's the most undervalued part of our ministry in the church. We don't realize that people need emotional support. So in the church, we don't offer that. Or we don't focus on that. We come to Jesus and it's all for ourselves and God for us all. Everybody is looking at their own issue. And they think, my burden is not your burden is not mine. We all came to be ministered to. So look at your own issue. And let me look at my issue. It's God that helps all of us. And that is untrue. The opportunity we have to come together is the greatest opportunity we have from the heavens to be able to fulfill the call God has placed upon our lives, the ministry of meeting the emotional needs of others. Every one of us need to meet an emotional need. It is a calling that we have. So let me start by saying that this hidden hurt everyone carries is something that need to be reached out to. We carry emotional hurt, and that emotional hurt make us feel like every one of us need to belong, and every one of us feel we need to be loved. If you are here and you don't want to be loved, let me see your hand. You don't want anybody to love you, then you're a weird person. If you can say, I don't want your love. I don't want anybody loving me. Hey, stay off. I'm anti-love. Then you are weird. We all somehow crave love. And we all want to belong. You don't see the need to belong, but you need to belong because it is wired in you. It is part of how God created you. You cannot distance yourself from that or separate yourself from that desire to belong. Friends, let's be realistic. In our generation, every one of us, we know we are born into families. Some of us outgrow the family, and we get friends, a group of people that like us, and we are part of them. Some of us, we join a church, and the church becomes our home. The people in the church become our family. We feel like we belong to the church. And Christianity actually has been said over and over in this church that it is not just believing, it is also what? Belonging. And that is why when you give your life to Jesus, you become a Christian, but we ask you to get baptized. Baptism is bringing you into fellowship, is initiation to tell you that you now belong. Even armed robbers initiate people. When you join in a group, they want you to feel that sense of belonging, so they initiate you. So baptism is the Christian way of initiating you, saying that today you belong to the body of Christ. You are part of a new system. And that belonging is important. I've said over and over that if you're a Christian and you are asked, where do you go to church, and you fumble, you are not a Christian. There's nothing like, I am a Christian, but I don't belong anywhere. There's no itinerary Christian. I go to every church God calls me to go to. What kind of person are you? God wants you to belong. That is your design. So if you don't belong to a place and you cut and paste everywhere, you have a problem. People who do that, people who say, oh, they are everywhere, they don't have a place. If you don't have a home, I don't want to use the word that is coming to my mouth. It's a V-born. I don't want to use that word. But there are people who feel they cannot have any loyalty towards any group or connect themselves anywhere. And they see it as being elite, being at the top. They are proud that I don't commit myself to anybody. You need to belong. You need to belong. Because if you don't belong, your Christianity is questionable. Every one of us need to have roots. If you are a Jewish person, you need to have the names of your ancestors in your mouth. The Bible talks about genealogy, and it said, and Abraham begat this, and this begat that, and this begat. It's just because your source has to be traced. It is legitimacy. It authenticates you. It puts a seal upon your life that you are not fake. You belong somewhere. You see, this generation is funny. There are people who are getting married, and the guy is not connected to any root. They don't have any link with their family. And you know what they do? They go to hire a father and hire a mother and hire friends and say they are their brothers. And they go to perform the customary rite. If you are here and you are a lady and somebody hire people to come and perform customary rites in your house, your marriage is as dead as anything. Are you hearing me? Oh, my family, I don't like my family, they've betrayed me. So you hire people and somebody pretend as their father just to come to your parents to marry you. Oh my God, may the Lord help you. They have no root. They have no substance. They are not planted. They are fake. And Christianity needs us to be rooted. We all belong, not just Christianity. I'm not just talking about Christian, I'm talking about everyone. You see, those who cannot plant themselves firmly in the body of Christ, they get special interest for certain things. Have you realized that of late, platforms of institutions and alma maters and stuff like that has become so prominent? Some of you know where you are. Is that Munche or St. Monica, this and that and that. Your platform is everything. Everybody's on the platform. Everybody's communicating. You are talking like a family and all that. Me, I don't remember any platform I belong to connecting to my school. I don't know where my classmates are. I have no information about my classmates. Because my days, those things were unnecessary. Today, it is necessary. Class of so and so, they go and build a hostel. Class, they are contributing money. They have the same cloth because they want to belong. They want to belong. Have you found out why people join Lodge Society? And yeah, I'm part of the Lodge Society. I'm part of this and that group. It's because there's a cry from within that they need to belong. And if you're a Christian and you don't see that, there's a problem. We need to belong. So the need to belong and to be loved. Everybody wants to be loved. That is what solves the problem when it comes to hidden hurts that every one of us carry. Last week I spent time talking about this, so next week you see the summary. Last week I started with Abraham Maslow's structure, hierarchy of needs in life, that everybody needs these things, and we listed 5 things and said the basic one. That was a week before. Then last week we started saying that the first step is God's way of reaching the world. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. This Jesus came from heaven and came to dwell among us. He showed us physical love. It was not just words. So if we are going to be able to show the world that we love them and Jesus loves them, basic needs need to be met. People have to be fed. People need to receive shelter. People need security. They need some basic things that makes life what it is. So our evangelism, our reaching to the world is not like, oh, go, the Lord is with you. Be strong, be warm. When we have what it takes to be able to encourage people. Going to the north and other places and sharing wheat and rice and other things is not just because we want to just give. We give because the trap is when people feel love, they open up for the gospel. You can't preach to somebody who is hungry and they hear you. There should be a way to meet people's need. So many of us are agents to declare the word, but we are not using our office. Our agency is more functioning. Because in your own environment, there are people you can do good to. There are people you can bless. There are people you can be concerned about. And that alone becomes a bridge to bring them to the saving grace of the Lord. They will ask you about Jesus because they'll ask, why are you doing what you are doing? Why are you feeding me? Why are you taking care of me? Why have you given me a place to sleep or given me a shelter? Why have you helped me in this area? That becomes a bridge. So if you are here and you think the gospel is all about keep whatever you have and not mind people, that is not what the gospel is. I said 2 weeks ago and last week, and I repeat again, that Christianity is not about you and I. Our calling is not about anybody than the other person. It's always the third party. It's not about me. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. Love your neighbor as yourself. Oh, Pastor, so you mean I should love my neighbor more than I love myself? No, it says love your neighbor as yourself. But listen, it says love the Lord your God, the first. The second one, it doesn't say love yourself and transfer it to your neighbor, or love yourself just like you will love your neighbor. It said love your neighbor. So it goes up, it goes to other people, and while you are loving your neighbor, it reflects on you. The true way to see yourself is to do things to others. When you interact with people, you get to know who you are. You want to know whether you are patient, deal with people and let them slam you with stuff and slow you down, and you're still ready to go along with them. You say, oh, I am a patient person. You can't sit by yourself and say, I am patient. How do you know you are patient? When we do it to others, it tells us where we are. The only way to reach yourself is to reach others. You don't focus on yourself. I said it 2 weeks ago that is how a lot of relationships collapse this day. Because a lot of marriages and relationships, they are loving from their head. They are not loving from their heart. There are many people in relationships, in marriages, they are loving from their head, not from their heart. Because the difference between your head and your heart is your head is calculating everything. Last week you gave me 20 cedis, and today you want me to put 30 cedis on the table. No. I'm not going to do that. My head is telling me, be wise. Men cannot be trusted. Men are not pillows to put your head on. That is the head. When you do me, I do you, is the head. But the heart is always willing to go out first. So we are marrying from the head instead of the heart. The heart always prioritizes the other person. The heart doesn't say, when I do it, I expect you to do it to me. You do it non-stop, because whilst you do it, one day the other person will know what to do back. It's always about the other person. It's not like pour until you get a response, then you know that you are ready to go. No, it's one way. We love 100%, not 50%. You do it all the time. That is what relationship is about. And that is what life is about. Life is not about us. It's about other people. We give continually. We support continually. We do everything to other people without thinking about ourselves. But in doing it for people, we discover ourselves. It comes to us. It flows in different ways and dimensions. When we support people, we get supported. Bible says, they that water will also be what? Watered. You water to be watered. Because if you water yourself, you overwater yourself. you'll kill the plant. You'll be selfish to overwater yourself. And that tells us that we have to do good. And today we are being told that we have to also help meet the need of people, the need of belonging, and the need to be loved. And the reason why we have to meet that need is because they are emotionally wrecked. Because everybody carries burden. Everybody carries a hurt. Everybody carries something that is bigger than them. You know, in the book of Genesis, the Bible says it is not good for man to be alone. God said that. He said it is not good for man to be alone. That is not a scripture addressing marriage. That addresses our nature as human beings. It is not good for man to be alone. It's not get a partner and your loneliness will go away. If you want to get a partner for your loneliness to go away, may the Lord help you. Because some of the partners may even they will deepen the need for another person. Some partners will let you see that you are lonely. Because they come back home and they are on their phone. They are doing something else. They travel and they leave you alone, and you miss them the more. You have somebody, but you don't have anybody. You can't talk to them. You can't express yourself. You are lonely. You will feel lonely the more. So some of the single people here that are thinking, oh, I'm feeling so lonely. Let me get married and I'll feel like it's all. Please, find somebody and find the wrong person and realize that your life is going to be a total mess. Relationship with people will not necessarily make you happy. In every marriage, you carry your own happiness. If you don't carry your own happiness and you are going to look for happiness, you are dead. You carry your happiness into the relationship. It's not dependent on the person because you have to be strong enough to offer. If you have nothing to offer, why are you going in there? You go to offer so it will come to you. You don't go to expect or demand. So going to expect and demand will put you in crisis. So we have to understand that loneliness is singlehood is not going to be solved by finding somebody, get into a relationship, then I'll feel free. Our generation depends on a lot of things on the screen. We watch TV, we watch movies, we are on our phone, TikTok and all that. And you see exciting things, which many of them are falsehood. They are false. Some of you that watch Indian films, you watch Indian films, the love comes with music. And it's as if love is everything. Guitar. And they put some romantic. But ask yourself whether in real life they are going through that. Bill Cosby. Some of you that watched Bill Cosby when you were growing up. Bill Cosby on screen was the most romantic man. His love was extraordinary. The way he treated his wife and children, everybody wanted to be like Bill Cosby. The man is grown, he's like 80-something to 90, and he's still being dragged in the court because he was supposedly, allegedly molesting people and doing all kinds of things, and his relationship were the poorest. But on TV, he was the best husband. So watch what you see and don't have appetite for things that are not realistic. Many of the things you see that is making you think this is going to solve my problem, it's not going to solve your problem. You have a need. When we were growing up, we didn't have any dating going on. And by the way, if you come to see me and you say you want to get married, the first thing I'll tell you that I don't believe in dating. I'm dating this person, dating that person. What you are saying you are dating, do you know this generation what they call dating? It means they are sleeping with the person. It's different. If you tell somebody, I'm dating this person, all of a sudden you tell that person that this is a person you are sleeping with. That's what they hear. Because that's the norm. If you date a guy and you don't marry, and his brother happens to be somebody who wants to marry you, and the brother says, I've dated her before, that's the end. To them, the dating was not just Going to date is supposed to have a date to sit somewhere to talk. But a date to sit somewhere to talk means we are doing something. So the moment he hears, my brother dated this person, they think sexually you have compromised, so I'm not going to marry you. So it messes our name. And how many people will you date to find the right person? Everybody, you are dating everybody. Every day you are out in a restaurant, everybody calls you, take your number, and you follow them and go and say somewhere you are dating. What is that dating for? We never dated because when you find somebody you want to marry, we believe in courtship. Courtship is we have agreed we are getting married and we have flaws, but we are working towards it to get married. So the church knows it. People are counseling us. We are going through a process. It's courting. We are courting, right? Courting can be broken, but it's a more intense relationship where people are being worked on to prepare to marry. People don't quit easily, although they see problems, because they have to work through the problem. But dating has no commitment. It's touch and go. Everybody says you, oh, and they take you out. And people are thinking you are sleeping with everybody you are dating. Because they sat you somewhere and gave you food to eat. And you talk. We didn't go through dating. People who feel lonely want to be dated. When somebody says, I love you, you get excited because they took your number and say they love you. You think you are the most beautiful people. They take anybody's number. So taking your number doesn't mean anything. Don't feel swollen-handed because somebody took your number and say you are beautiful and all that. Man, everybody can be beautiful. Depending on our agenda. So what we were doing was, we never felt lonely when we were growing up because we moved together. In the church, we moved together. All the young people, we are eating, we are drinking, we're going out, we have friends. By the time you go home to sleep, you are worn out. There's no way you're going to feel lonely. How are you going to feel lonely? You've gone, we've done a lot of things together, you go home. So it is group that move out. You don't single one person to go and hire somewhere else and say, I'm dating. You go with the group. And gradually in the group, you find people whose character and attitude will be better. Eventually, it gets filtered to the right person. So by the time they tell you they want to marry you, you know them. And other people know them. People can give testimonies about them. So you can move on. That's what it is. So solving this loneliness problem by getting people feel our lives is not the issue. That is not how we're going to feel. You think when you get somebody, your loneliness will go away. It will not go away. It will be worse because they will bring problems to you. They will come and deceive you. They'll come and do a lot of stuff that will give you headache on top of being lonely. It will not solve your problem. What we need is community. Community. We need to be in a community. We were born for community. And every one of us need to embed ourselves in a community, whether you are married or not. It is not good for man to be alone. We need to belong. We need to feel that we're being loved. So you need to be in a community. I'm saying this to come into the next step where I think people in your workplace, people in your neighborhood, people within your family circle, those walking around, every one of them is carrying a worry. They are carrying a worry. They are carrying fear. They are carrying loneliness. They are carrying grief, guilt. They are carrying anger and shame. People are carrying stuff, and we don't even know they are carrying those stuff. You don't see these burdens. These burdens don't announce themselves that, oh, this person is carrying this. No, you don't know, but they are carrying it. It's invisible. This is not something you can go to the lab to test and see, oh, they have HIV or they have this. No, you can't test this, but people carry worry. They carry hurt. They carry pain. The man you're going to marry, the woman you're going to marry, the friends you have, the people in your family, your father, your mother, your children, everybody carries hurt. Everybody has a place where they've been hit below the belt. And they have that. They have it with them. And it doesn't remain with them. When you step on them at the right place, it will manifest. It will manifest. We use the tea bag as an example that the tea bag looks good, but when you drop it in hot water, the tea begins to affect the whole hot water. And somebody said, oh, it's not my fault. You made me. Nobody made you do anything. You only had pressure to bring what is within you out. Because we carry hate. We carry this hate with us. Pastorally, this is the truth I have discovered, that everybody that I've had encounter with from the beginning of my ministry till now, nobody can be exempted from hidden hate. Everybody you talk to and you listen to them, something is wrong somewhere, something is missing somewhere, there's a pain somewhere, there's an experience, an encounter somewhere that is having effect. It is dictating where they are going. It's influencing their decisions. It's touching how they do things. They carry something. People carry these things with them. There are some people who look very great. They look very good. You see them, you think that everything is perfect. You think they've never had any problem at all. But they carry burdens. They look good. The people you think look good the most are the people who have well been able to keep their weaknesses under wraps. If you meet somebody and say, oh, this person speaks well, dresses well, it looks as if nothing, they don't need anything in life. They are good. Just as they look good, they've been successful in hiding their heads in a good way. But they carry it. It's within them. Beneath every confident exterior is a rare human being with rare wounds. Outwardly, they feel confident, but there is something behind. There is something hidden. I don't push people when I talk to people. There are many people, when I see things, I don't talk about them. I'm not a pastor who tries to drive people crazy. Sometimes I give people long room. I relate to you. I try to build a relationship so that you yourself will open up and come up. So if you are not there, I think we are not there yet. So I'm waiting on you. There are people who push you. But those who have problems in pushing people are the people who push people and the people who tell them it's not true. But they know it's true, but they say it's not true. It's like you are forcing them to say something that is not, but it may be true. It is in there. It is an invisible backpack. We all know what backpack is. We put out a back, right? Have you seen the Holy Spirit children? I don't know whether it's just Holy Spirit. Maybe Dr. Esther's children are also doing the same thing. No, all the school children now, the lower primary, they carry bags that are bigger than them. They are backpacks. It's like, and you see them going like this. It's like from Monday to Friday, all the books they will study is in their bag. And they carry it to school and they bring it back. They have their water, their food. So you see a child's backpack, it's so heavy. And many of the people that are walking about are carrying backpacks. I carried a backpack I will never forget. It was 1998. I remember I was coming from Singapore and I decided every member of my church was going to get a gift. So I bought t-shirts, I bought key holders, and I counted. Those days I had a membership of about 150 people. So I bought something for everybody. And I packed them in my backpack because my normal weight couldn't take that. They were going to charge me extra. So I decided I'm going to beat these people and put it in the backpack and carry. So it was on my back. And as I approached the desk, because they check if the bag is big, they'll take it to go and pay another. I was like, hello, hello. And the weight behind me was breaking my back. But I pretended that everything was okay. Hello, hello. And you know the weight in my back was 60 kilos. 60 kilos is like a full human being. G5 is less than 60 kilos. 60 kilos is a full human being. And I was carrying this at my back. My back was breaking, but I was smiling because I think if you look at my face and I go, what are you carrying? Stone? So I was nice. The people you meet everywhere you go, including the one sitting next to you, they are, hello, hello, hey, how are you, hello. But there is a weight right where you are sitting down. It's not by your side. It's still at your back. You're carrying it. I told you about the Nigerian man who will not get off his seat because he got on the plane and he went to sit in first class. But his ticket was economy. And he sat there and was carrying his goods on top of his head. And people realized that this guy, what is he doing? So they went and said, go and sit where you bought your seat. He said he will not go until they got another Nigerian man to go and speak to him. And he spoke his language and all that. After some few minutes, he got up with his load and went to the back. And they asked him, we've been trying for hours to get him to go to his seat. He said, no. What did you tell him? He said, I told him that where he's sitting is not going to Nigeria. That side of the plane is going to another country. If he's going to Nigeria, he should go and sit in the economy. If not, they'll take him to another country. Some of us are carrying the load. We are sitting, we are smiling, we sleep with it, we get up with it. The load is behind, and it's everywhere. Everybody you meet is carrying a backpack. It looks invisible, but it is there. And in that bag, the load in the bag, some of them are a failing marriage. It's in the bag. A failing business that they are worried about is in the bag. Fear that is crippling them is in the bag. Unnamed grief is in the bag. Secret shame that they don't want anybody to know what they've done and what they've been through. Don't tell me everybody is open. Don't say, oh, I'm a transparent person. You are transparent as long as you want to be. All of us have something you don't want anybody to know. It's in the bag. It's weighing you. And you are going, hello. Nice. We all carry that. Sometimes there's a way people discover. Do you know that there are some people, they are nice, they look okay. You ask them, how are you doing? Oh, I'm very well. But when you look into their eyes, I was counseling a couple this past weekend. The guy said, I've been putting my pictures on Facebook, smiling, but I'm pretending. And he said, there are people who look at those pictures and they call me and said, I've seen your picture, you look very nice, but when I look into your eyes, I realize there's something missing. When you know people and you look into their eyes, no matter how nice they look like, you know that there's something missing. Something is wrong somewhere. Some people is not looking into their eyes. Look at their shoulders. If the whole thing slumps down, you know, something is wrong. Their shoulders are falling. They seem to be in control, but their shoulders is just betraying them. Something is missing. We pretend. We have become people who pretend. And the reason why we pretend is because we think people cannot help us. Why tell my story if you cannot help me? They are only going to gossip about it. They are only going to take me around. So I don't want to tell anybody. I'm tired of telling people. I'll keep it myself. And hello, the bag is behind you. I'm saying all this to let you know that everybody around you has this. Someone has been called by God to address that. God didn't create you to have problems and carry that problem yourself. God designed it in such a way that somebody will help you carry that. And my friend, that somebody is not a shrink. That somebody is not a psychiatrist. That somebody is not a counselor. That somebody is the Christian that is sitting right here. It is a calling of every Christian to carry somebody's burden. Oh, Pastor, I have burdened myself. How do I carry somebody's burden? You cannot offload your burden. The only way to offload your burden is to carry somebody's burden. When you carry somebody's burden, your burden diminishes. We are not self-serving. We can't operate on ourselves. We operate on others. When you do it for people, it comes back to you. If we want to feel light, if we want our burdens to be rolled away, if we want that emotional tussle, that problem we're going through, if we want to lessen our load, we have to step into our calling by ministering to other people, especially those who do not know Jesus, because it's a witnessing avenue. When you begin to pay attention to those people and go through their problems and challenges and be there for them, minister, let them feel belong and let them feel that love. They come to Jesus, their life get transformed forever, and you get rewarded in heaven. He that wins a soul is wise. That is what we've been called to do. That is the greatest commandment. Jesus said it is the greatest commandment. Love the Lord, your God, and love your neighbor as yourself. Please, Christianity is you not dressing every day coming to sit in this church. It's not enough. It's not enough for you to dress and come. It's not enough to join a ministry. It's not enough to be giving money to support this church. It's not enough to show your face all the time. Those things are good, but the greatest is for you to be a bridge. God can use you to save a soul by meeting the needs of people, helping them with their basic needs, and using yourself as a bridge to bring them to Jesus. When you do it for them, they'll ask you, why are you doing this? Why are you helping me? Why are you giving me a sandwich? Why do you love me? Who told you? Who sent you to come and love me? We are always with a diabolical mindset, isn't it? Somebody help you and say, who sent you? Tell them, God sent me to come and help you. And as you do that for some time, you become an ear they will speak to. You become somebody that can reach out to them to rescue them. They will close their door to everybody, but they will open the door to you because they see love in your eyes. And it's a practical love. It's not love that is spoken with words. It's love that is backed with responsibilities and duties. You are helping them. You're providing for them. You're giving them shelter. You're giving them what they need. And on top of that, you are giving them a place to belong in your life, in your heart, and you are showing them love. If we are willing to do that, the world will change. The world will not be the same. Bearing burdens is what God commands us to do. Bearing burdens is what the Lord commands us to do. You are unbreakable. You've been designed to bear burdens. And so, Pastor, I'm struggling with my own burden. It's because you want a shortcut. You think by meeting your own needs, you'll be able to make life work. Life will never work by you trying to please yourself, help yourself. There's nothing like self-help. My friend, those who are going through troubles, if they go to see somebody or they buy a book or attend a class, self-help seminar or something, it's not going to solve their problem. The only way to solve your problem is to carry somebody's bed, is to work towards bringing somebody into the faith by being there for them. And this is what the Bible says in Galatians chapter 6 verse 2, the Message Bible says, listen to the words very carefully. It says, stoop down and reach out to those who are oppressed, sharing their burdens, and so complete Christ's law. Stoop down and reach out to those who are oppressed. Share their burdens and so complete Christ's law. And let me take this and explain it. First of all, Paul was very blunt in giving this scripture out. He's not beating about the bush. Go straight to the point. This is Christianity. He says Christianity is this. Stoop down and reach out to those who are oppressed. Do you know what it means to stoop down? To stoop down simply means to bow, right? So stoop down here simply means coming to the level of somebody. I said in the first service that people who love children and can communicate with children effectively, sometimes you stand and you are looking at them talking to children and you know that they are designed for children. Anybody who is designed for a child, when they are talking to children, they don't stand and talk to the children. I'm not one of them. I'll just speak and walk away. But you see those who have time for children, you know how you know it? When they are talking to a child, they reduce their height to the height of the child. They either kneel down or they bow down and they are talking to the child. Then you know this is a child-friendly person. They come to their level. So watch out when people are dealing with their children. Look at whether they are giving instruction or they are coming down to the level of the child. That is something that is essential. And the Bible says we should stoop down. Stoop down means that it doesn't matter how comfortable, relatively comfortable you are. Bring yourself into somebody's situation so you'll be able to deal with it. You cannot help somebody if you don't come into their situation. That's why God left heaven and came to earth. He could have sat there. He came here. So come into their situation. Many of us feel too big. We feel too educated. We feel we have a different class in society. We are rich. We have what people don't have. So we are not able to stoop down. We are always bossing over people. So the scripture says, stoop down, bring yourself low, come into the situation of that someone. We do that in other areas where we don't realize. I was talking to somebody and I said, I think I have about 3 English languages I speak. They said, how? I said, when I speak in Ghana, I speak the Ghana English. When I speak to my children, because of their background, for some reason, I think they don't understand me unless I slang the language. When I stand on a pulpit in London or anywhere, I don't speak the way I'm speaking to you here. You begin to hear that something is changed in my accent. I'm kind of changing the language. I don't intentionally do that. It comes. I feel if that is the environment, that if I don't speak like that, they are not going to hear me. So I speak like that when I stand out there. And all of you know that when you speak to somebody who doesn't understand English the way you speak, have you spoken to somebody who speaks broken? I went to Gibraltar with a friend, and my wife were in Gibraltar, and this guy speaks good English, but the Spanish people don't understand the English. So we get there, and he's explaining what we are going to do in Spain from Gibraltar. And he said, me, my wife, go and come. I said, what language is this guy speaking? Me, my wife, go, come. What was he doing? He was trying to get the guy to understand. You realize anytime you speak to somebody who speaks pidgin, you speak the pidgin. You want them to understand your language. Because communication is bringing people to what they understand. Anytime people are speaking broken, you will not speak the rare language. You also break it down so they can understand you. If you want to help people, you have to come into their life. Descend. Come off your high horse. It is not a time for you to brag or to show class. It is the time to come to their level so they can identify with you. That's the only way they can have help. Bible says we should stoop down, come down to their level. And it said reach out. You know what reach out is? Reach out means something you do deliberately. You reach out. Many of us are waiting for people who have problems and issues to come to us. Oh, when you come to me, I'll help you. Come and tell me your story. No, we don't need people to come to us. Believers, we are called to infiltrate into people's life. We are called to reach out, intentionally step into somebody's life. Be there, be at their doorsteps, give them the opportunity. We have to make the move, not they making the move. You take the first step to reach out to somebody. That is what we have to do. If not, it will be each one for himself and God for us all. There are people who will never come to you because they are afraid of coming to expose themselves. There are people who will never open the door for you because they've opened it to somebody and they had crisis. They don't have confidence. But when you make yourself available, people will reach out to you. Are you hearing me? That is Christian life. Some of us have made it a must not to go to anybody until they come to you. You are not helping the situation. Step out, watch out, stoop low, stoop down, but reach out. Reach out. We call this ministry outreach. Dr. Esther's ministry, that's what we call it, community outreach. We do community outreach, but we are still in the building. If we are doing community outreach, where do we have to be? Out there. You step out. When you step out, that is when you get results. This August, we will step out. As part of 4G, we will step out to our community. I remember when there was COVID, we went everywhere distributing rice and soap and other, and people were following us. People follow Jesus because they were hungry. But after they are fed, they will also hear the word. We need to create that vacuum. We need to create that room for people to hear the word. So we need to stoop down and we have to reach out. Paul goes on to give the reason why he said we should stoop down and reach out. He gives the reason. And what was his reason? From the scripture, what was his reason? His reason is, so complete Christ's law. The reason why we should stoop down and reach out is to complete Christ's law. Christ's law. What is Christ's law? Love your neighbor. Let me hear you. Love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. So that law is not complete until you stoop down and reach out. Stoop down. Reach out. Stoop down. Reach out. Give people room. You won't cry a fellow, you better than Wakasa. So the one man also. How do they approach you? Stoop down. If you want to reach we people, those who smoke weed, where do you get them? In the church? You have to go to the wee base and be prepared that when you get to the wee base and you come out of the wee base, will smell wee on your clothes. I went to visit one of our sisters here who sells at the Wednesday market. And whilst I was going there, you know, the Wednesday marketplace, you have a lot of gangs, these people sitting, these boys, all of them at the place, and this wee thing goes on. So I had not dressed. I was just an ordinary person, and I was going. And everybody was watching me. This guy's watching me. So I went to a shop, and I said, these people are watching me. And she said, they think you're a police officer. They think you are coming to arrest them. I said, arrest them? I said, you think they don't know their own? The way you walk and the way you address, they know you are not one of them. So you're a police officer. My friend, you need to come to where people are to be able to redeem them. Stoop low. Calm down, relate to people. Strike a conversation with people who, under normal circumstances, you will not talk to. Relate to people intentionally. Hey, Charlie, how are you? And they look at the address and they look at you and say, hey, why is this guy greeting me? You come to their level. That alone gives you an attention. We need to, and we have to reach out. We have to do the reach out. What does 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 14? I'm coming to the end. 1 Thessalonians 5:14, the Message Bible adds the how. How are we going to do that? It said, reach out for the exhausted. Those who are exhausted, reach out for the exhausted. Pull them to their feet. You hold them, say, Charlie, get up. Pull them to their feet. Reach out and pull them to their feet. Be patient with each person. Patient with each person. Attentive to individual needs. Attentive to individual needs. It means that it's not a wholesale. We cannot lump it together. Church, we cannot have a one size, one heart fit all kind of solution for everybody in the church and everybody outside. Everybody's situation is different. And that is why we have to pay attention to people, study people, and spend time with them to be able to help them out. I've said here that parenting, one of the things about parenting is we want to politically speak right by saying that I love all my children equal. But you can't love all your children equal. You can't love all your children equal because your children are not the same. They come with homework. One of them, homework, they'll do it in 15 minutes. The other one, 2 hours, they are still on it. So if you love them equal and you spend 15 minutes for all of them, the one that need 2 hours, they will never know. So you teach them 15 minutes. I know you are smart, right? You know what to do. Let me spend time with your brother. Because this brother, hey, but they are also your child. They are part of your children. So you don't neglect and say, everybody has been given 30 minutes, so go, whether you know it or not. You know, today, extra classes is for everybody. No, extra classes is meant for those who don't get it. When you get it in class, you don't need extra class. We are wasting money for extra classes. There are people who get it. Those who don't get it, they go for extra class. They need more love, more time, more way of dealing with the situation. So individuals in the church will need you to focus on them and see those who will need help. Individuals out there in your community. Some people are your staff. Some people are your superiors. Some people, there are people. That your colleague who smokes 12 sticks within 1 minute. It's not just smoking. You know there's something underneath the smoking. His wife is divorcing him. That's why the guy is smoking like that. Just love them. Don't go and solve their problem by talking to them and say, I have solution. Just be there for them. And you solve the problem. Aaron and Hur were involved in the battle of Rephidim in Exodus chapter 17 verse 8 to 13. This battle was Israel facing the Amalekites. And Moses was on top of the hill with the rod of the Lord in his hand. What they discovered was as his hand stayed up, Israel was winning the battle. His hand grew weary and came down, and Israel was losing the battle. So there was a corresponding thing between the raising of the hand and the putting down of the hand. And what happened was Aaron, the high priest, and Hur, both of them went and held his hand up, helped him to keep his hand up till the sun set, till Israel completely had victory. Many of us need our hands to be supported. Your hands are up. You need people who hold your hands. Please, people we help by holding their hands. They are not weak people. They are not stupid people. They are not people who are unclever. They are not people who are not wise. Let's not underestimate these people. You might think that, oh, it's those who are weak that need help. So you yourself, you don't take help because if somebody helps you, they will think you are weak or you don't have it. No, it is for everybody. I've told you that we all carry burdens. So people have to help you carry burden. If you are here and you are helping somebody, don't make it look like you are bigger than them or you are wiser than them or you know much more. They have their vulnerability. Everybody have their problem. We know where we are emotionally wrecked, where it doesn't work well. There are some of us, our finances are so good, but our morals so bad. There are some of us, our morals so good, but our talking so bad. Everybody has where it fails. And we have to hold hands and keep people up. We often get it wrong by reading into people and thinking, oh, how stupid. Sometimes they are telling you their story and you are saying in your head, oh, Jimmy Pa now. So you think you're going to help them? You think you can help them when you have written them off? You can't. There are some people who begin their story, you know where they are going, but you just listen because you stoop down. And you are patient. Hear them out so you can help them. When they have your ear, you can help them. When they have your attention, you can help them. If you think you can cut them in the middle and fix them, what women hate about men, I'm giving marriage tips for free. A lot of relationship, why the women get angry with the men is men try to fix things so quickly. The woman will go to work and come back to tell you what happened at work. And say, oh, when I went, my manager said this, and this happened, and I went to this, and I did that. And you are listening at the man, as a man, and what you are looking for is the solution where the gaps are. So that's what you are fishing out. So the moment they finish, you should have told this person, tomorrow when you go, tell them. And she's looking at you. Do you think I'm that stupid? I know what to do. I'm just telling you. I want a companion. I want somebody to listen to me. I want somebody to know what I've been through, not you fixing me up. When you are quick to fix people, they don't tell you their story. They don't want a quick fix. People are not looking for us to fix them. They just want us to be with them. I say that your best friend is not somebody who helps you out of trouble anytime you are in trouble. When they take you to prison, your best friend is not the person who will pay and come and get you out of prison and say, I have helped you. And say, this is my best friend. No, that's not a best friend. Your best friend is the person who will come and get them to open the prison and they will sit with you in the prison. Partners in crime. You both sit there, do nothing. Say, this is my pal. This is my best friend. Your best friend is that person. They don't need to do anything. Your best friend identifies with you as you are, good or bad. That's your best friend. So we must be with people. We must be there. There are many situations where you don't have to give answers. You just have to embrace somebody. You just have to be there. You don't ask any questions. Sometimes you ask questions, you don't give answers. You don't say anything. You just help them to be able to assimilate and connect. When we do that to the world, we will bring a change. People will come to know Jesus, and we'll be able to solve a lot of problems. One last thing, an indictment on the church that I want to let you hear an indictment on the church. The reason why the church need to be indicted is we have outsourced and relegated our responsibility to people who take money for it. When you see so many people going for counseling, when you see so many people, not Christian counseling, to secular counselors, to shrinks, to those places, when they are referring people to those places, when we see many of that, the church should be ashamed of themselves. Because let me tell you, professional counselors, psychologists and all that, they are good. But none of them can be compared to you. You are called to do that. And because you are called, you have God in you. What changes situation is God. When people talk to people professionally, they don't care. They are following a book. They are going through what they have to go through, but they are doing their job. But when it comes to you, you don't just go through because it's your calling and God is involved. Your heart and soul is into it. You follow it until you see it done. It is a calling. I was giving an example in the first service that when you go to the morgue, the mortuary, there are some of the mortuary men that can come from the fridge area, the morgue area, and take their clothes off and start eating granite. They don't fear anything, and apart from that, the hygiene too is not a problem. When you go there and you are crying, bringing your body, they just put the body on the ground. I said, you are asking, they don't care. Those people, actually, they don't care. They've seen the dead body over and over and over. Nurses and doctors that are here, they'll just come and touch your pulse and write a report. You died at 7:15. And they turn around and they're going to pick their children from school. They are happy. They're leading their life. You think they care? They don't care. That is what the professionals do. The professional job is you attend to them and you go and do what you have to do and continue with your life. But let me ask you, have you seen mortuary man? Their own son or daughter has died and they put the body on the ground like that and they go and eat granite. Have you seen a doctor lose a loved one, their mother or father or their child, and they don't care, they check the time and say dead and they go and do their thing? No, they start crying. What is the difference? The relationship. What makes people feel for people is the relationship. When you are a child of God and you are turning to people who need help, you do it from a relational point of view. You are representing Christ. You are love being demonstrated, exhibited in the life of an individual. So you bring pure love to the scene. It's not following a manuscript. It is not self-help book. It is you impacting somebody's life. And that is why the church needs to do that part and bring people to the saving grace of Christ. It is our job, friends. There are people who are emotionally exhausted. There are people who are in crisis, and we have to help them. People are running on empty. Their fuel tank is empty. They have thrown in the towel. They have given up. The rope is ended. But we can bring the touch of God by stooping down and helping them. So this is what I'm going to ask you as you go home to do this week. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to do something this week? Are you sure you are ready? Are you sure? Last week I gave you assignment. Did you do it? Did you do the assignment? What was last week's assignment? Huh? How can I help? I said go and ask people, how can I help? How many of you did that? I have only one hand up. Whoa. How can I help? You didn't do that. Okay, I'm going to add more to it. And I will examine later on. The practical step, the first one. Ask somebody at work or in your community, how can I pray for you? How can I pray for you? The first week was, how can I help? They will tell you about physical things you can do to help them, right? That's the physical needs being met. But when you say, how can I pray for you? They will give you emotional burdens. So emotionally, we're going to help people. Anybody you ask, how can I pray for you? They will not say, I don't want prayer. Me and prayer. No. I'm anti-God. Muslims, you go to, the difference between Christians and Muslims, you go to an office where there's a Christian boss and there's a Muslim boss. My own experience. The Christian boss is looking for an envelope. Bring an envelope, put money in. That's the Christian boss. So they can help you. You enter into a Muslim office and a Muslim boss. I'm not preaching for Islam. But I'm telling you what I've seen. I've been to some offices where Muslims were the leaders, the head. The moment they solve your problem and they know you're a pastor. Oh, pastor, you're a pastor. Pastor, I will not take anything, pray for me. That's what the Muslims do. They believe so much in the prayer than the prayers for Christians. The Christians themselves don't want the prayer. But the Muslims say, oh, pray for me. I can give you examples. In Sunyani here. Dealing with the police, dealing with lands, dealing with all. The Christians say, oh, pray for me. The Muslim, oh, pray for me. The Muslim, the Christian. The Muslim say, pray for them. The Christian is, where is your envelope? Where is your envelope? They've passed the place of believing in prayer. This week, when you ask somebody, how can I pray for you? You know what you've done? You've opened the door for them to talk to you emotionally. All of a sudden, they say, I think my children are going to school and I'm not prepared. No, they started opening up. And whilst you pray on it, don't stop. Check within the week. How is it going? I've been praying on this. Is there any improvement? You know what you're doing? You are opening up. I have people all over the world that send me prayer requests every day. There's a guy in Hong Kong. He will be listening to me right now, online. Mickey, if you are listening to me, he's an Australian who is based in Hong Kong with his family. And he sends me prayer requests on everything. Every day. Said, Pastor, can you pray for me? I'm going for this interview. Pastor, can you pray for me? My wife is not well this morning. Can you pray for me? My daughter needs to take a decision on something. Every day he sends me a message. He sends me a message on what I should pray for. You know what those people do? They open their lives to you. You get to know what's happening in their life. And you build a bridge and bring them to the Lord. You bring a bridge. This man recently, He sent me a message and said he and his wife have gone to Nepal on missions. And I was so happy. I was so happy. I'll ask him to come here one day. The whole family will be here. And it's interesting how people open up when you use the avenue of prayer. Ask your husband. Ask your wife. Ask the people in your workplace, how can I pray for you? And they'll tell you, pray for me on this, that. Take it serious. Please, don't joke with it. Write it down, because you can't let it be, okay, I'll pray, and you forget. It means you are not serious. But get back to them. Get back to them. Get back to them. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to linger. After a social event, linger. Don't be quick to leave. People who want to be heard, they wait for those who stay behind. When you come to church and you go out quickly, nobody's going to tell you their story. In every occasion, if you want to ask questions, you wait for the people who stay behind, those who linger. You want people to open up to you. Please, when we close church, you are not in a 100-meter race. Some of you pack the Bible and you are holding. And you pack the moment through the door, you are gone. You don't want to talk to anybody. You want to touch people emotionally. Please wait, hang around. If you are too much in a hurry, nobody's going to tell you their story. Linger. Come on, slow down. Then they will come to you and say, oh, I need this. Can you pray for me on this? I need this help. There was something beautiful about the church I ran in London many years ago. After every service, I had nationality from about 40 different countries. And every service, when we close, we'll open the floor, and all this nationality, the leaders will be out there. I had a staff of 80 people. These people will be everywhere, and people will just be coming to them, and they hugging them and praying for them and crying with them, and they encouraging them, they holding their children's hand. And that is what the church is. So everybody was looking for that moment. Somebody to affirm you, somebody to touch you, somebody to share your emotions with. Here, when we close, everybody. We have to, Pastor Adams, we have to open that door. We close by people having access to people and talking to them and praying with them. And what is going to take you through is the prayer. It's the concern that the Christian shows. Don't come to church and just run off. All right?